Hi, it's Joy and today you're watching Motherland Salem, Season 1, Episode 9, Coup, which makes me feel like a coup against Alder might be coming, and I feel like that is very much deserved. She should be not the only person in power, but at the same time, is this really the right time for it? Our girls are currently realising the truth of the situation they're in, of what this military is like, and everything is stressful, so I need to watch this penultimate episode, the one before the finale. If you would like to watch the unedited version of this reaction, that is all up on my Patreon. You can see the entire first season of Motherland Salem and all my other shows up on my Patreon unedited. And if you would like to see the edited version early, the whole season is now up on my Patreon edited. Episode 10, the finale, is up edited if you cannot wait for that. But yeah, I can't wait to watch this episode. Let's go. Even they get frozen. Oh dear. Now, is this magic to ward them off or to protect them, or have they been taken by somebody else? Is that the Tarim? Are they all dead? With their vocal cords taken? Voice box or whatever. Oh wow. Well, that's very good. Not ominous at all.
Alder lied. Lower your voice. You just lie to the world like that.
Oh, sweethearts, not in public.
Knowing that we're gonna die.
God.
And that's exactly what happened. We were used. And Libba paid the ultimate price.
It's true, and it's so horrible to see Tally go from someone that was so believing in this and idolising in this to this.
What if it's not the spree?
Who else could it be? They have yet to claim responsibility. The Camarilla? Really?
My mother used to tell me the Camarilla would steal my voice away while I was asleep if I didn't sing my seeds before bed.
That kind of hatred no longer festers in the world. I rooted out the last remaining Camarilla over 200 years
What are the
ago.
Camarilla? Is this anti-witch hunting people, or?
If Wade finds out,
I can handle President Wade.
It's just, like, obviously you need to focus on things like this, but you have to be aware that there could be another threat, like the calamari or whatever they were called.
Tal. No, I'm fine. You're not fine, Tal. I guess I'm not that fine then. It's not why I chose to come here. I came to do some good.
Exactly.
What about your mom?
she'll eat us alive for not observing chain of command.
Well, maybe this is bigger than chain of command. This isn't going to go away.
Yeah, I'm sad about a boy or something.
I can't hold on to any more secrets. No more secrets.
She's been eating her alive. You're a unit and you love each other and I love you.
I intend to intervene immediately. I plan to appeal to the president.
That will not be necessary.
Ooh, yeah, this child is very
They
powerful.
will be wiped.
Our songs fell into the hands of governments and armies. There will be no more world to fight over.
What I'm offering is the preservation of your people.
At what price?
Ooh, exactly. This child is switched on. Big brother.
Watch yourself. You're alive because of me.
Actually,
Not you.
yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly, as someone different. I'm so stressed.
Ladies, I am a very busy. Lateral damage is always a part of war. And make no mistake, we are at war with the spree. You've been through a lot. I would focus your energies on finishing strong.
That is not the best way to talk to them. Oh, yes.
By whom?
Oh my goodness.
That's how they found out about Baylord Otto.
They are giving her intel. Vital
Ladies,
intel.
You are dismissed. Do you ever miss it?
Sometimes.
So she doesn't have to eat. Oh my god, this woman should...
It's overrated.
So she can drink, but she can't eat. This woman should not live.
I think she may still be of use.
You can flip her as a double agent.
Why are you still on this? Do you have a problem with this?
Yes, clearly she does. And to be healthy, you should be able to voice concerns and opinions against command.
She should be in prison.
They deserve so much better than this. She deserved so much better than this. Oh, Tally.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh gosh. Alder's right there.
Was the girl I hated most in the world. Hating Swice is mother's milk to a bellwether. Some families sail, others ride
Oh,
bellwethers.
Abigail, I love you.
And for what?
Yeah.
For tradition? For competition? Well, I fell right in. Lockstep.
Rael's
They
so
pulled her
proud of
hair.
her as well.
Made her eat a piece of libus white. You were the stone that sharpened my blade.
Yeah, that's what I always said, that
The
they made each
storm
other
on my
better.
sunny day. For those things, I'm grateful. Bless this country that you served so well.
See, her speech did not follow the tradition. It spoke to something far truer and bigger. Helping to break the bonds of family, hatred that means nothing. Good job, my love.
We're proud of you, Bells.
You guys, stop.
And I would follow you anywhere.
You're a warrior queen.
How much have they drunk?
You're
It's
a
all
priestess of ancient truth.
accurate, but
I thought she was kind of cute. Uh-oh. Type emerging. Here, trouble.
Oh.
Oh, speaking
I'm
of
glad
trouble.
she's able to joke about it.
Oh, it's complicated.
Oh goodness,
I
Tally.
need this. Don't make me forget.
This isn't healthy. I totally understand why she's just trying to lose herself in something because
How come you have
her
time to
world
sit
has
with
fallen
me all day?
apart.
I confess! I am a witch!
It is very strange to use methods that are really similar to what they did in the past to witches.
Children do.
So you doing it right back makes it
Alder
better.
wants to say it's the kind of place no one comes back from.
That's not what Anacostia wants for you.
Everybody's so worked up about these people.
The work they possess is very special.
Plus, you know, innocent people we could help.
Found
I mean,
rare.
that's not what Alder is
Unfortunately,
after,
we can't
but
make a move on the terrain. I forbid your intervention in this matter.
Madam President, I must.
Enough.
just listen at the president's not going to get you anywhere. I love this president.
I've just learned that you've allowed your Fort Salem to be
Oh,
infiltrated
goodness.
by the spree.
So Bellwether's working with the president.
Your days of leading our military are over.
I'm kind of cool with this. I mean, I do think it should be a council, even though, like,
You are the 45th president I have served.
And no American
if only
deserves their
this was our
riches
45th president.
more than you.
Yeah, like,
You've had a spectacular run, Sarah.
calling her Sarah, not General.
I'll announce the changeover tonight.
Oh gosh. I don't know that Alder's going to be cool with this. Like, what she's going to do in retaliation. She's a terrifying woman. This is the coup. It's all the way to the president to help.
It helps Scylla, maybe even help you to see her. Say goodbye.
I truly think, Rael, you need to decide if that's what you want. Oh. In some ways, it would be easier for Rael to deal with all this if Scylla's going to truly be gone forever. If she just thinks she was a heartless operative who used me, rather than whatever her truth is.
So, are you gonna see her?
I love that they work as such as a unit now. Think about this is 9
You
episodes
might want
in,
to think about that a bit.
and they've
I don't
grown
wanna
so
think about it at all.
far.
I'm just
Since when does a mother need a reason to see her daughter?
Since you're you.
For me, and by extension, you.
tell me.
It's too soon to say.
Be careful about Alder, she's
All
gonna
eyes will be on
strike
this man
back.
in the coming weeks.
Oh, Tally, this is gonna go poorly, sweetheart. For you. And now they've been caught.
Hillary! Tell you what. Give me 10 in the shower and I'll join you.
I love
Let's
the
race some
fact
power.
that
Think you can handle us both?
witches are so open with their sexuality and like their fluidity of everything. I don't know what Tally's gonna make of this, but
It has to work for her too, right?
It doesn't work for me.
yeah, Tally
Okay.
is a person that counts
I
on
did the
this
best I could.
too.
You could have told me.
I
Precisely.
didn't think that you'd react this way.
This is a way? You have no idea who I am.
No, my love.
Tally.
None.
I love that witches in general are very open about all this sort of stuff, but
How's your
if he
sister?
knew about that, he should have treated her with respect, especially after he's already lied to her.
I trust you.
I mean,
You?
I really like them. I do worry about Abigail's mother, just because I truly believe she cares about Abigail as much as she puts a lot of pressure on her, but is one woman, if she's the one woman in charge, that's not much better than Alder. Rael, make this for you, my love. You used her
You
abominably.
believed everything they said about me.
The true parts, sweetheart,
I loved you.
you lied to her and she's had proof that you did.
I still love you. I was scared of losing your mark.
Yeah.
It started like that, but
They do need this
you
conversation.
were bring me off to die.
Rael,
We all go sometime.
my love.
Why did you pick me? Is it because my mom died when you thought I'd be a likely
Do
convert?
I look like I'm calling the shots
Oh,
around here?
goodness.
How powerful you are.
You are the strongest person, sweetheart.
I don't feel powerful.
You've made her
I feel
feel.
broken.
Yep, and you did that by
Thanks to you.
lying. I don't hate Zilla,
We
but
never met, Sil. I chose you.
that is true.
I had orders.
Oh,
Please.
I'm so sorry, Rael. But you chose her, but you still murdered thousands of people and are not sorry about
No,
it.
don't really great. Thanks a lot.
Oh, Scylla, what did you expect from your last meeting with her? Scylla is an extraordinarily messed up young woman. What did she expect?
7.
Oh gosh. Why on earth would you tell Alder to expect to have her life ruined? Is she going to possess her and speak through her instead?
Fellow citizens,
She
the
is.
future of a troubled
A woman whose courage,
She thinks it's going to be, they all think it's going to be her mother.
have seen. I am granting General Alder
Oh my god.
Full authorization to employ military force.
both at home and at a global level.
This
so
is
she can take
horrendous.
immediate
General Alder should not have this much
Action
power.
against the spree.
No one person should have this much power.
is to protect the innocent,
Yeah, they know
Our
exactly
only
what's
agenda.
happened.
to restore
Peace.
See, if Alder was just spoke to them and said, look, I'm really, you know, I'm really sorry that we did this. I'm really sorry that we put you in that position, that you killed those innocents. I'm so sorry, Anacostia, because she helped raise her, didn't she? Oh my god, my girls. Oh, my loves. I love Anacostia
I still
as
love
well.
I know.
Oh, sweetheart.
So stupid.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not.
No, you're just.
So I told her about Scylla.
And
Yeah.
Petra told President Wade. We have to find your unit now.
Oh god.
Alder puppeted the president.
Oh my god, my loves.
Isn't that outlawed by The Hague?
Can she follow this back to us?
Oh my darlings.
If she does,
It may.
we're all in grave danger.
Oh my god, my children. Oh, thank god I'm binging this show. Though probably the whole season has a finale. Has a cliffhanger. I imagine the whole season does have a finale. Oh god. Oh, just with that ending, because it's not going to be hard to trace it back to them, because if she knows it's Petra, which Petra hasn't exactly made it hidden that she's anti the general, then she'll know it's Petra, and then Abigail's her daughter, Rael's the one that Scylla was pursuing. It's very easy to follow that straight to them, and I'm very stressed about that because I love them all. So again, this show has just continued to surpass itself. Like, I am so in love with this show. Every time I think I can't love it more, I do. It's just so complex, and the world that these brilliant characters live in is so vivid and real and rich, and just, how has this only been 9 episodes? And yet I feel like I'm so at one with this world. I know it inside out. And yet we still learn things about the calamari. They weren't called the calamari, the canabara or something like that. I don't know what that was, but I'm going to be telling more about that. Maybe we're going to reach a point, although there was only 1 episode after this season, that Alder has to work with them regardless of, like, and with Bellwether, like, they're gonna have to work together because the threat is so terrible, and then there'll be repercussions down the line. But yeah, the whole, as I've had a problem with Alder the whole way through the show, being the one woman in charge for centuries. That's just not a healthy government system. You know, monarchies aren't good. Absolute monarchies aren't good. I mean, monarchies like we have in the UK are just pointless, but absolute monarchies are terrible, and she's essentially an absolute monarch. And she has been for centuries, so there's not even the hope that, oh, she'll die and we'll get a better heir of some kind. Now, I don't necessarily, if there are girls who are willing to give up their lives to spend 5 years as old ladies hissing at people for her, fine, do that. Brainwashing at its best, but still, she can be alive forever if she wants to. But I truly believe there should be a council of 3, 4, 5 witches that are the ones that are making all the decisions, with Alder, and then, you know, 4 other witches that are the head of their day, you know, the ones that have risen through the ranks, because that way hopefully you will have more of a discussion and agreement. And sure, maybe there'll be situations where, you know, Alder is the one that says, we're definitely doing this right now because there's no other time, but another time it could be someone else. It's not healthy to have just one woman, but it's very clear that she is desperate to cling on to her power. Now, I don't think she's evil. I might make jokes about it along the way, I don't know, I say a lot of strange things. I do believe that within herself she wants to do what's best, what she thinks is best for other witches, and probably for innocent people too, but she definitely regards witch lives over non-witch lives, and will do whatever it takes to follow her word through. But she's also very much someone that wants to protect herself and keep herself in power, because she believes that that is the only course of action that's going to be safe, and that is not good, not true. What they've done in the last couple of episodes has been terrible, because like I said, you can kind of see her point in that there were terrorists on their way to blow up an airport potentially, or spread munitions around the world, whatever it was. That they've saved thousands of lives, but they put cadets in danger, they forced cadets to kill innocents, and just covered it up. Didn't even call the cadets in to sit down and say, thank you for your courage, what you did went above what is called for you, and yeah, there were hostages and we're so sorry about that you had to know about that. You know, I get that militaries aren't touchy-feely, but if you put people in that position, you owe them an honest response, and they did not get that. They got lies, mistrust, deceiving the public at all turns, which goes against everything they're taught. That, like, when they first arrived and she talked about how this is a place for witches, that here we are a sisterhood, we work together, we don't use each other, we don't lie, and yet she used them and she lied to them about it. And so I'm very stressed about what Alder's going to do next, especially as she's very clearly going to be able to tell that our unit is potentially the one that caused her some issues here, and also with the fact that even if she doesn't think that our girls are the one that did anything, she'll probably want revenge against the Bellwethers regardless, and Abigail is here, so stress. Abigail's speech at, oh actually before I get there, puppeting the president. My god, like, what is the president going to do in response to that? Obviously she won't want to, I presume she won't want to go and cause a national panic and a civil war between humans and witches by saying that Alder puppeted her, but can Alder do that forever? Like, what is to stop her, the president, making some kind of announcement, or through back channels to The Hague and to, you know, the other witch clans, and saying, Alder puppeted me, she's broken international law, and having her deposed that way and potentially erasing the rights of all witches of somehow. You know, that is just such a short-sighted move. I can see why she did it, but what, does she have some, because she's desperate and power hungry, but does she have some backup plan that's going to stop the president retaliating further? What, I mean, if you're the president and that happens, my goodness. So that was just so much. And I think that Anacostia, she was raised by Alder. I kind of forgot that in previous episodes, but not only is Alder the great Alder that they all look up to because she's the saviour of witch kind and put this society into motion, but Anacostia was a foundling who was specifically raised by her. And now she has seen that she's been getting more and more concerned with the way Alder's doing things, and in this episode she's been confronted with Alder doing something that goes so against her code, so against what she believes in, and my heart breaks for her, it truly does. I love that she's looking out for her cadets first and foremost now, that she, you know, felt bad for what she did to Rael by getting her to talk to Scylla and is trying to protect them, and also she wants to try and warn them of what's potentially coming for them. And I love that she has seen in Scylla someone that can be saved, someone that can potentially be turned against the spree, and that is the kind of forward thinking you need in wars. Like, maybe don't keep Scylla on base, but take her somewhere secure nearby rather than in some Caribbean prison. You know, potentially see if there is something there that is workable, because the spree is one of your major threats, and if you can have an operative on your side, that will be invaluable. So yeah, Anacostia I love still, obviously. Now, Abigail's speech was really beautiful. She didn't just trot out the party line of loyalty, bravery, witches, blah blah blah. She spoke from the heart and truthfully, and the rivalry, as I've said, is stupid. You know, as Tally pointed out, they needed to work together to defeat that battle back in the day, so they should have always been united rather than, oh, I was better, no, I was better. And I love that Abigail's been able to essentially put an end to that feud, or point out how stupid it was. And what she's also done is point out that we don't have to abide by ancient traditions just because they're there, which is kind of like we don't have to abide by Alder just because she's traditionally our leader. But that speech was so powerful, and it's what Liv deserved, and Liv deserved better in every regard, and I really love that we got to see how touched her mother was, and just, that was a lot. Tally this episode, again, struggling with the burden of secrets, with the fact that the longer she spends here, the less she sees this place as the idealistic place she hoped it would be, the place where witches are bound by honour and sisterhood, and they want to protect the innocent and fight against the evil terrorists of the spree. She's starting to realise more and more that some of what her mother had to say was correct. I think what makes me so happy in that regard is that she still has her unit. She has Abigail and she has Raelle, and the three of them are sisters truly now, and that is everything. But the way she chose to try and hide from this was a continuation of her affair with Garrett. Now I see, it's so, like, part of me is like, I respect Garrett for the fact that he had very clearly told his wife, because I think they're officially together now, all about Tally. She knew everything, because that is good. That means that they're not going behind her back and cheating. Although I can kind of understand Tally, while it's not going to be something I'm ever going to be like, I'm really glad she did that, her mental state was just, I need this release, I need this, you know, just for me, I'm taking this, I need it. But Garrett should have told Tally that his wife, whose name I can't remember, was aware of everything. Garrett should have told Tally that his wife was coming back and wanted to, like, Tally is a person with her own agency, and she has a say in this too. And he yet again has lied to her about something huge. So I really hope that's the last we see of Garrett. Unless he comes to apologise to Tally and then promise to never be in her life ever again. I really like the concept of that in this world, in this matriarchal world, sex is not something that is weaponized or used as prudish, or like it's just completely open about affairs and about sleeping around. And it's a bit like Charvel said to Abigail, that you really think I'm just going to be with one man and you don't know how this goes. Like, kind of, it's just so fascinating because it's so different to our society, where especially women are shunned if they express an interest in sex. Women are called sluts, whereas here there's just such power in women having control of their own bodies, and the men too. You know, men are free to do what men aren't treated the way women are treated in our world. But I just love that so much. But my heart also breaks for Tally again, because yeah, she wasn't doing something that was morally right. She wasn't trusting Garrett completely or falling in love with him again, but her heart was still broken from what he did before, and he put her in yet another awful situation. But my main heartbreak for Tally is her idealism in the sisterhood that this military can create is gone, and that breaks my heart. Raelle, my love. She kind of got herself to a place where she was pretending she didn't still love Scylla. She was pretending that she was just over that bridge, crossed it, don't care about that bitch anymore, making jokes about it, which is important. You need to be able to joke about heartbreak to get over it. But I think she did make the right call going to see Scylla, because there was so much that needed to be said, but they need a series of conversations like that one. This is kind of heartbreak and betrayal is not something you can work through in one conversation. Scylla being like, you believed everything they told you about me. They told her you were spree. They told her you had been lying to her. They told her that you had used someone else's face to manipulate her into not asking questions. You did all of those things. I mean, yes, they did tell her that she didn't love you. She just said what you wanted to hear. Fine. But the majority of what led Raelle to that decision, to that thought process, was everything that Scylla actually did, so she can get over high horse with that one. Now, I do believe, and same with Anacostia believes, that Scylla did fall for Raelle, that everything she said is true. It started off as working on Mark, and it turned into true love. But Raelle has every right to not be okay with that. Raelle was used. The beginning of this relationship, the foundation of this relationship, was lying. It was being used. She was manipulated into giving Scylla the time and the space to tell her story, and that was so manipulative. And I can't understand anyone that has fully given themselves to shipping this ship, simply because where we are right now. Maybe in the fullness of time down the line there could be a future for this ship, and I would be behind it if Scylla really worked to change. But she has treated Raelle so terribly, and in some ways it's almost worse that her feelings are real, because that helps confuse Raelle's continuing love. One thing I hope is that Raelle, they expressed that while the biggest thing that's affecting her, because of course it is the betrayal to herself. The fact that her girlfriend was a mass murderer would be a huge flaw in my plan. You know, not only is it just, oh, she loved me, she chose me. What we really need to see is Anacostia's plan of Scylla really realising that she was manipulated and betrayed into be part of the spree, that they used her, and that she then used Rael, and that yes, she killed all those people for the spree's orders, but you know, if she kind of comes to a point where she's abhorrent that she did that she's horrified that she did that she cannot live with herself, although obviously I do want her to live with herself with it, you know, and get through it, that then that's when there's a potential future for her and Rael. But when she's still a bit like, oh, I don't know, like, I don't know why you're so cross with me, Rael, like, I love you and I picked you, and just, oh, I do understand that Scylla is a very broken young woman, that she has had a hellish life, and that she was brainwashed, and you know, that is how extremists work. They prey on people in vulnerable positions. But she needs to break free from that right now, for herself, not just because she wants Rael to love her, but for herself. She needs to choose to go against the spree, not just because she wants to pick her girlfriend over them, but because she wants to do what's right. Yeah, the military isn't right, but the spree are worse. And the whole concept of, well, humans were once bad to us, so it's cool if we're bad to them. Yeah, that is true, but we should stop both sides being awful. If someone, you should never rise to their level of hate. I think Anacostia is going to keep going, potentially with trying to save Scylla, but at the same time, if she has to choose between that and trying to protect her cadets, maybe she should choose to protect her cadets. So for Rael, I think what she really needs is time and space away from Scylla. Time and space to figure out exactly who she really is, and to figure out that she is strong, that she was chosen, targeted, because she was strong, and not because she was the weak one in the herd, but because she was the strongest witch there, that they wanted that power for themselves. So my heart is absolutely breaking for her with that whole situation. And then on top of that, this is all coming at the end of the season when hell is breaking loose in the witching world. Their entire worlds are being ripped apart, and I'm stressed. So this was another absolutely brilliant, fantastic episode. I probably missed bits of this rambling at the end because I'm just so like, oh my god, this show. I cannot believe there's only one episode left. I'm so excited to watch it. If you would like to watch the unedited version of this reaction and my reactions to the whole of Motherland Fort Salem, they're up on my Patreon, and you can also find the edited version to the finale early up on my Patreon as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Oh, before it goes well, there will soon be a poll. It may already be up, actually. Might already even be up on my Patreon, I don't know. Of new shows it's worth checking out. I'm going to cut this out for YouTube, sorry patrons. There will soon be a poll. You may have, yeah, you've probably already seen it. What am I saying? Thank you so much. Thank you for watching.